era begins again.
And welcome to this segment. How are you hooligans doing out there? Why I mention hooligans, I got the new site up, hooliganbiker.com. That's where you'll get all my editorials, man. The writings of a lunatic, they say. So you'll be able to go over there, check it out. I got the link in the description box. You're going to get all kinds of stuff out of this crazy mind. But anyway, we got some stories for you today. We actually got two that I want to talk about. One concerns the Pagans Motorcycle Club, and another one, our sorrowful condolences go out to somebody that was killed in a shooting up north in Lehigh, Wisconsin. Up, we got a story out of the observerreporter.com from Scott Beveridge. Pagans member sentence in Charleroi assault. Hell, I don't even know how to say that one, man, so forgive me if I got it wrong. Members of the Pagans Motorcycle Club was sentenced Friday in Washington County Court after pleading no contest to one charge stemming from a brutal assault on a former member of the organization this year. Washington County Judge John F. DeSalle sentenced Brian A. Kurskin to 2.5 to 8 years in state prison after prosecutors selected to not prosecute him on a conspiracy to engage in homicide charge in the assault in April at a Slavic club, his attorneys confirmed Monday. Now, I find this interesting that, and it's actually, pretty cool that he put this out there, because a lot of people are going to say, well, why didn't they prosecute him on the conspiracy charge? What do you think, Hollywood? Was he talking or something? Well, according to his attorney, quote, this involved no cooperation at all with authorities. Again, people, let me put this out there. This involved no cooperation at all with authorities. So you got to take that for what it is. 2.5 to 8 years. Good behavior, probably 4 years. This is a state prison. Hey, 2.5 years, maybe he gets out earlier. I have no idea how it works out there. I know in Illinois, you're doing at least 50% of the time if you got good time and all that. His client pleaded no contest to a charge of conspiracy to engage in aggravated assault. Online court records show. Well, wait a second. I'm a little confused here. Okay, so they dropped the homicide and just got him on aggravated assault. Okay, got it now. Prosecutors have said Kirsten, 57, encouraged an officer of the club to erase a video surveillance that showed him letting 7 pagans into the bar at 700 McKean Avenue to assault Troy Harris. However, the video was in the hands of the regional police before it could be erased. Wait a second here. Encouraged an officer of the club to erase video surveillance. I don't know, man. It gets deeper here. I don't know, man. Somebody, how would they know that information? He was trying to let people in to the club, but worse yet, how do they know about him encouraging an officer of the club to erase the video surveillance? The plot thickens. The April 18th assault of Harris, 53, of Fallowfield Township, caused him to suffer a stroke and other injuries that left him with cognitive problems. A motive for the assault has not been revealed, but Harris had just left the Pagans to join a rival gang. Okay, so now they're saying he joined another club. That's how the papers always bring up rival gang. The one thing I can't understand is if 7 people, the one club was involved, whatever happened to one-on-one? Okay, it's always got to be like 5, 6 people, blah, blah, blah. Can't anybody fight one-on-one anymore? good ass whooping, and next thing you know, you go to a bar for a beer together. I guess that don't work no more. It's always jump on everybody. And this is the one thing that hurts clubs when it comes out in the newspapers, something like this, is if you're doing gang stuff, you're doing gang stuff. People can see through this kind of stuff. You got 7-on-1. What's that telling you? Somebody's getting jumped. Anyway, Corey Adam Volk, 24, of West Newton, was the first member of the Pagans to plead guilty in the case. Prosecutors withdrew an attempted homicide charge against Volk under the terms of the plea agreement. DeSalle sentenced Volk last week to 7 to 14 years in prison for aggravated assault and conspiracy. So he got a lot more time than the other one. Now, was this on the same type of charge? I do not know. Kurskin has a federal record, and he was sentenced in October to 27 months in federal prison after pleading guilty to one felony called of assault with a dangerous weapon. He was among 73 pagans who carried out a surprise attack on a group of Hells Angels at a motorcycle and tattoo exposition in Long Island in February of that year. One member of the pagans died in the attack, and he remained Monday in county jail. So this is going to be something that has to be researched. I know that there's probably going to be a lot more coming out on this, so we will keep you abreast of the situation going on down there. Okay, to our next one. Let's get it up here. This out of the Post-Crescent. It's by Chris Mueller and Natalie Brophy. And this is a sad one. Friends called him Hollywood. That's not me. This is the guy who got hurt, or actually he was killed. Victim of knee-high shooting was one of the nicest people. It's his real name was Kevin Hine, but his friends called him Hollywood. The nickname wasn't because of a series of local commercials he appeared in, but as a result of the way he dressed, said Mary Cohen, a friend. Once at a party, he wore an Hawaiian shirt and flower shorts along with a big pair of sunglasses and a cigar. You know what? This sounds like an awesome freaking guy. Just for that, I like him hearing about it. Quote, people would tell him he looked like he should be in Hollywood. She said he didn't like to be called Kevin. Hine, 59, of Knee-High, died after he was shot by an unyet identified man who robbed the Short Branch Saloon early Monday. His obituary, which was published online late Tuesday, described his death as a, quote, senseless act of violence. I agree 100%, while saying he was loved by many and will be missed by all that knew him. He worked as a welder and assembler at Pierce Manufacturing for more than 30 years. He enjoyed rides on his Harley-Davidson motorcycle, watching Green Bay Packer games, and working on his land. He also loved spending time with extended family and friends. To know Hollywood was to be his friend. The phrase, give the shirt off his back, could not be more appropriate when describing him. Now, bikers like that, and that, you know what? That is what bikers are really about. They give you the shirts off their back. This guy sounds amazing, and I'm so sad for his family and all those that have lost him. Jeff Hewity, a co-worker and friend, knew Hine for more than a decade before he found out his real name. That is cool stuff right there. He was a different breed, and this has nothing to do with his passing. You could have asked anyone a week ago, and every person that has ever met Hollywood will say he was absolutely one of the nicest people they ever met. He had an infectious laugh that could be easily picked out of the crowd. Then it goes into what he enjoyed and all that type of stuff. The co-workers talk about him. Let's get to the police continue for the gunman. Meanwhile, the gunman responsible for Hine's death is still at large and considered armed and dangerous. They responded to the Shorty Branch Saloon before 12:15 a.m. Monday. The gunman robbed the business. The suspect is described as a white man, about 6'3", tall, with average build. He was balding or had very short hair, and he had a possible head or face injury. He was wearing a dark baseball cap, a face mask, and a dark sweatshirt. Police said the video taken from inside the saloon shows the suspect outside the bar putting his sunglasses and face mask back on. The suspect fled the bar in a dark four-door car with silver wheels. You guys make sure if you see this kind of crap running around up there in Wisconsin, you to call 920-886-6000 or text in 920-231-8477. The countywide, the Winnebago countywide Crime Stoppers. Let's get this guy's killer under cuffs and in justice. Let him face hopefully a life in prison. A guy like that needs the death penalty, but that's just me talking, man. But this Kevin Hine sounds like an amazing guy, and he is what really bikers are all about. It really is, man. These kind of people, fun, outgoing, loves his family, loves his friends, and all he was there was to have a beer, and this happened. Totally sad. So if you got information, make sure you get it to the people who need it. With that, I appreciate everything, and talk to you guys.